another verbal war between the governor and the chief minister, and this time it's over two issues: bills and foreign funding in Sterlite protests. First on the bills, RN Ravi made the controversial comments during his interaction with civil service aspirants for the Think to Dare series at Raj Bhavan yesterday. On the tussle with the state government on assembly bills, on the government bills forwarded to him for his approval, he explained his role. He said that withholding is a decent language used for the bill getting rejected. Quote unquote, bill is dead. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister MK Stalin slammed Governor Ravi over the latter's remark about the withholding of the bills. He said it was unbecoming of a person who holds a constitutional position to withhold without boldly accepting or opposing the bills. The Chief Minister also claimed that the governor had made a habit of delaying bills, ordinance and amendments conceived by the people's representatives and sent to him for approval. Second remark that has created a stir was on Sterlite protests. The governor also alleged foreign funding behind the 2018 anti-Sterlite protests in Thudukudi and Kundakulam nuclear plant. Remember, on May 22nd and 23rd in 2018, the people of Thudukudi had in fact staged a protest against Sterlite copper smelter plant as it was causing air, water and soil pollution. During the protest, the police opened fire on the protesters, which had led to the death of 13 people. On the remark regarding Sterlite protests and its foreign funding, the Chief Minister, MK Stalin, in fact accused Governor Ravi of confusing the people of the state by talking about controversial political and social views on public platform, and also projecting views contrary to the truth to cause controversy.
Today, the foreign elements are not in a position to take on India directly. So our vulnerability is within. Create issues, create disharmony, create a situation which just stops the progress. Now we said no, we need to be strict about it. We must be. It is not as strict even today, my view is, as it should be, but it's in the process. Criticism will be there, that's okay. People have freedom, constitutional right to protest and say something, that is perfectly all right. Government has to do its job.
I don't know, when somebody keeps something pending, will it mean rejecting it? Does it he know English? I don't know, when somebody keeps something pending, will it mean rejecting it? Does it he know English?
So Governor Ravi, while addressing civil service aspirants, when he was asked this question about FCRA, which is the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, which was brought out by the centre recently, he stressed on need to monitor foreign funds, and in that context he had spoken about Sterlite plant protests which happened in 2018, which were funded by foreign countries, by countries outside India, because they wanted to intervene in India's affairs. We'll try and connect with guests in just a bit. Let's listen into some reactions that have come in.
Governors are nothing but appointees who are rubber stamp and are supposed to abide to the will of the people. This governor, by not passing bills passed by the elected legislature, he is insulting the voices of 8 crore people who have elected this DMK government with a thumping majority. I do not know why this governor is stopping an elected government from functioning. But does this happen only in Tamil Nadu? No. This happens in all the states where non-BJP parties are in power. Only if the states, individual states will go, the country can progress. I hope the governors understand that and allow the states to progress, at least for the sake of the country.
We have been saying right from the day one that some anti-social elements and anti-national elements were involved. Even the AIDMK had been saying that. Even today they are saying that. Our question is why the DMK is getting so much of anxiety and they are getting. I don't understand why they should get so tensed about this Mr. Ravi's speech. But DMK has to answer this also. When they were ruling, why did they arrest people in Kudangulam under NSA? National Security Act. What prompted them to arrest people who were protesting in Kudangulam? If somebody does that, they are tensed and they get provoked. So I think DMK is unnecessarily creating this issue.
It is quite funny that the governor claims that he is the protector of constitution, which means he should abide by the constitution. If he wants to protect the constitution, he should abide by the constitution. I don't know, when somebody keeps something pending, will it mean rejecting it? Does he know English? I don't know how he passed IPS. It's quite, I can't understand. There is a role of the governor. I think he is acting as a broker for Vedanta. I can accuse him, because he is talking about Vedanta.
Let me bring him Salim Dharani Dharan. He is DMK spokesperson. Mr. Dharani Dharan, one may say that yes, you have all reasons to criticize the governor when it comes to holding on to the bills. But what he said in the context of Sterlite protest is something which has been said also by former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh when he said the same for Kundakulam protests. So he was only stating facts.
No. I think you have to look. You can't look at it as an isolated incident. You have to see how this governor has been behaving for the last 2 years. He has been behaving as a BJP spokesperson. In fact, January 10th, he went to an event and said IAS officers should listen to the center when there is a conflict between state and the central government. And then, he created this Tamil Nadu versus Tamilnadu controversy. See, the whole thing is, the Sterlite protest is very emotionally close to Tamil people. And he has heard the Tamil sentiments. Let's go and look at the company's profile, company which runs which runs Sterlite, right? They have had problems in Zambia. They had faced protests in Zambia and they've gone to the court in London. Same thing in South Africa recently as 2021, they were kicked out. And again in Orissa, protesters went and approached the Supreme Court, again the same company of violating the environmental norms. See, we protested against Sterlite only because they violated the environmental norms, and this violation of the norm was suspected to create health hazards for the occupants of Tuticorin. See, that is the problem. And second point is this governor's gubernatorial procrastination with bills is not acceptable. Legislature represents the will of the people, right? He has only two options. Either he has to pass the bill, right? Or he has to request us for clarification. But if the Council of Ministers will say that we don't want to assent to the clarification, then he will have to immediately sign the bill. But he has been sitting on the bills. How is it possible, right? Legislation merely represents the will of the people. So by not signing the bills, he is disrespecting the 8 crore people of Tamil Nadu. This is happening only in Tamil Nadu? No. It's happening in all non-BJP ruled states. For example, Kerala. In the Kerala, governor has publicly not accepted the Kerala University bill. Similarly, the Lok Ayuta Amendment bill. We have seen what's happening in Telangana. We have seen what's happening in West Bengal. As recent as the Perarivalan versus Union Government of India judgment by Justice Nahesh Rao, he has made it very clear that governors are nothing but shorthand expression of the State Council of Ministers.
Yes.
right?
Okay.
Why is the governor
So,
time and
Mr.
again
Muralidharan,
behaving like an elected
for the
representative?
government, for the governor to make such points, such as, that, and the government is right in saying that why withhold a bill? If you want to reject a bill or accept a bill, take a decision. And the governor here says it is a decent language used instead of the word reject. When you say withhold, the bill is dead. I mean, from where has he come up with this language?
I think, Maria, we need to understand how these bills are passed, first of all.
Yes.
I mean, there are various types of bills, like you have moneyed bills, you have, your normal bills, non-moneyed bills, etc. So each bill has a process through which it gets passed. Some of them go through the, both the houses, then it reaches the president. Some of them goes through only one house and reaches the president. Now, president has two or three types of ways of looking at it. One is he can junk it, one sort of bill, which becomes as good as dead. Okay, if he doesn't react at all.
Yes, I'm aware of that. Muralidharan, mera sawal aapse is different. My question is very different.
Exactly.
I'm saying here is the governor who is neither giving his approval nor rejecting it. And then he's coming up with sentences such as consider the bill to be dead. I mean, what exactly does it mean?
Yeah, that's what you need to understand. See, some bills may not be even, considered. He need not give a reply at all. All you have to derive is it's not being passed. It's there in the norm. So it's like that. If if it's a bill which is of utmost importance, he'll say it's rejected. Some bills he would afford it.
So then in that case, it's all right for a governor to sit over a bill for months without rejecting or giving his approval.
Can I add on?
It is as good as rejected.
Okay, it's as good as rejected. Okay, Tathagat Roy is the former governor of Tripura and Meghalaya. He would be able to put this in context better. Tathagat Roy,
yes.
Here is the governor who is constantly at loggerheads with the state government. And now he has made this statement regarding bills. How do you look at it? That, if withholding a bill is almost like a decent way of saying that it's not rejected. It is rejected.
See, so far as my knowledge and my experience goes, a governor can withhold a bill, of course.
For how long?
He can assent to a bill and he can refuse to assent to a bill expressly. Withholding a bill is equivalent to refusing to assent a bill, but not expressly, but impliedly. But there is a third method.
Can I add on, please?
One moment, let him finish his point. Yeah, go ahead.
He can refer it to the president. And it had happened to me with a bill that the Meghalaya Assembly had passed unanimously. But I perceived, according to my thinking, that this bill was not in the realm of the state's powers, but the chief minister deferred, so I referred it to the president. So these alternatives are open.
Okay. See, Rajashekharan? Has the governor only complicated the relationship between him and the, ruling DMK?
The governor has to
No, relation may be complicated. What of that? The governor is not worried about that. The governor has to apply his own mind and use his own conscience. He has also to check, particularly to check whether the bill is...
Ma'am, can I add on quickly? I just have to watch one point here.
7. Sorry?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I can go ahead. See, how the constitution is made is we have...
No, let Governor Tathagat Roy speak, please.
Okay, fine.
See, the governor has also got to satisfy himself that this is if this bill comes within the purview of the state list in Schedule 7 of the Constitution. If it does not, that means, according to his perception, that means that the bill is the state just does not have the jurisdiction to pass that bill. And in that case, he can either say so or he can send it to the president. In my case, I had first said that this is not within the state jurisdiction under the Schedule 7. Then the chief minister deferred. Then I said, then I'm referring it to the president.
Okay. Mr. Rajashekharan?
see, the governor has to work for the welfare of the people of the state. He is not an alien. The constitutional authority, the head of the state, must be responsible. See, when the state assembly passes a bill sent for his assent, he should definitely consider on merits. But in this case, the governor is crossing the Lakshman Rekha. He is making comments in the public domain and saying that he's talking like a politician, which is unwarranted, and he has to refrain from these kind of political speeches in public domain in the interest of his own position, because governor is a responsible person. He is answerable not only to the constitution but also to the state and the country at large. The president is the boss, yes, we do agree, but he has his own limitations. But he is crossing the limits. He is crossing all the lines of Lakshman Rekha of public speaking and politics. So he is almost a politician. He is not a governor. So he has to be very careful, especially in this case of Mr. Tamilnadu government, Governor Mr. RN Ravi.
But
See, I am not aware of what happened in Tamil Nadu. But whether a person is crossing the Lakshman Rekha or not, the governor is crossing the Lakshman Rekha or not, and whether he is making a statement which is political or not, it is he only who has to decide it. There is no external agency who can decide it. So
Okay, fine.
He has to satisfy his own conscience.
But
that is
the
right.
larger
But he
question
cannot-
of
He
why
cannot-
should a
he
governor
cannot
be
go
at
against the
constant
state.
loggerheads with the chief minister of the state?
Because if the
No, he
chief
cannot
minister
go against the
acts
state.
according to the governor, if chief minister acts in excess of his jurisdiction,
No, but how is this
then
excess
they
of jurisdiction?
might,
If
be at
anything,
loggerheads.
the governor is
What
not giving
stops you?
clarity over legislations here, sir.
Who?
The governor should be giving clarity over bills rather than sitting over the bills.
No, you don't understand my point.
No,
my
I'm understanding your
point is
point.
that the governor, the bill is being sent to the governor for his assent.
No,
That
but this
is
discretion,
not a idle formality.
always comes with a certain caveat that if it is
Listen
sent back
to me.
again, then
You
the governor has
please
to
let
reject
me
it.
finish.
Yes,
You
please.
please let me finish.
Go ahead, Mr. Roy. Yes.
When the bill goes for assent to the governor, it is not something which is an idle formality. The governor has to exercise his discretion. In my case, I had exercised my discretion and I found that under the 7th schedule in Meghalaya, that bill which was unanimously passed by the State Assembly was beyond their jurisdiction. It is not on the state list. It is on a union list. So they could not have passed that thing. Now, if that sort of thing happens, but the chief minister insists that they have passed it, now I must assent to it. That is what amounts to one
Okay,
does become
let's
at
start
loggerheads.
wrapping this debate and go to Salim Dharanidharan. Mr. Dharanidharan, while the government has his, the governor has his point of view, he says that there is a discretion of the governor. In some cases, suppose he does not give assent to a bill in a concurrent list. If the state assembly has passed such a bill, the governor cannot give assent to that. So the question is, the governor here is going through, perhaps because he is the custodian of the constitution, he is acting as per the constitution. Why should motives be attached to each and every action of his?
No, I think that's not right. In fact, bill as basic as giving preference to SC/ST entrepreneurs by amending Tamil Nadu Tenders Act 1996 has been put on hold. Admitting handicapped people in Tanjavur University, which has prohibited the same, even that amendment has been put on hold. Having said that, we have to go to the constitutional debate wherein Ambedkar made it very clear that governors do not have any power at all, right? In India...
No, but Mr. Dharanidharan, we have increasingly seen that governors' the governors have started asserting themselves. They are redefining the role of the Raj Bhavan. What is wrong in that?
No, but I'm saying in India, we have Westminster system. The governors are equivalent to the crown. Have you ever seen the crown in Britain ever vetoing any bill passed by the parliament? No. See, the job of the governors is not to see if a bill is good or bad. People elect the legislature.
The problem is that the argument is flawed. The argument is flawed. You are constantly saying the governor is failing in his administrative duties. He is evading responsibilities. Then, because he is You're saying all that. Here is the governor who is saying that I'm going through all the facts of it. And as a governor, I have the right to be the custodian.
See, you look into the Supreme Court verdict. It has made it very clear governors are nothing but shorthand expression of the State Council of Ministers.
Okay.
Let's go through the constitutional
sure
debate.
Tathagat Roy would object to it.
Right?
Tathagat Roy?
No, I'm exactly telling you that governors do not have the authority to debate on a bill. They're supposed to pass it. If they have a clarification, they can send it back. But if the Tamil Nadu Assembly says we don't want to make any changes, they will have to sign.
Yes, okay, Tathagat
No,
Roy.
no, this is absolutely a wrong conception. That is, it arises. Let me have a word. It arises from the wrong idea, incorrect idea that sending a bill to a governor is an idle formality. The governor has to sign it. It's nothing of that sort. The governor is not equivalent to an English king. The governor is an appointed person
I think you have to read the constitution properly
to act as the custodian of the constitution.
He's a former governor. I think he should be given that respect.
Aspect of the bill before giving his assent. And if his conscience tells him that this is beyond the jurisdiction, as had happened in my case while I was a governor of Meghalaya, if he finds that this is a case where the state does not have jurisdiction at all, under the 7th schedule of the Constitution, he can very well refuse it, or he can send it to the president. That's what I did.
All right. Thank you so much, Tathagat Roy.
Maria, can I just add on quickly?
We have really come to the end of this discussion. C. Chandrasekharan, Rajashekharan and S. Muralidharan, thank you so much. To our third story.